The K-pop fandom's favorite lazy insult, overrated, needs to go. Not only is it a tired, overused buzzword, but it's also a baseless, hypocritical way for salty fans to tear down groups that are thriving. Whether it's BTS, Blackpink, Stray Kids, or other globally dominant groups, the cry of overrated reeks of ignorance, jealousy, and a lack of understanding about what success actually entails. Let's start with the basics. What does overrated even mean in the context of K-pop? By definition, it implies that a group's popularity or acclaim exceeds their actual worth or talent. But here's the thing, popularity in K-pop isn't a free giveaway. Groups don't just roll out of bed one day and magically become global superstars. Their success is the result of relentless hard work, grueling schedules, polished talent, and fan dedication. Take BTS, for example. People love to yell overrated every time they sweep an awards show or break another record. But these critics conveniently ignore the fact that BTS spent years grinding in near obscurity before achieving global recognition. Do you think their record-breaking tours, millions of albums sold, and cultural impact were handed to them? If anything, dismissing them as overrated reeks of ignorance and spite. When people call them overrated, what they're really saying is, I don't like them, so they shouldn't be successful. Sorry to break it to you, but your personal taste isn't a universal metric for talent. Let's be honest, a lot of people who call groups overrated are just bitter that their faves aren't enjoying the same level of success. It's easier to attack a popular group than to acknowledge that the industry is competitive and not every artist will reach the top. But here's the thing, success isn't a zero-sum game. Just because BTS or Blackpink is thriving doesn't mean there's no room for other artists to shine. Instead of tearing down groups that haven't made it, fans should focus on uplifting their faves. And let's not forget the audacity of these critics. They'll drag a globally successful group for being overrated, while hyping up their own biases for the smallest achievements. Hypocrisy much? Another major flaw in the overrated argument is the assumption that popularity somehow diminishes quality. This elitist mindset implies that a group's widespread appeal automatically makes their music or artistry less valid. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Groups like Stray Kids, 17, and TXT are celebrated for their creative direction and innovative concepts. Their massive fanbases are a testament to their ability to connect with audiences on a global scale. Dismissing that as overrated just because it doesn't align with your personal taste is peak narrow-mindedness. It's almost comical how hypocritical the overrated critics can be. These are the same people who will accuse popular groups of being industry plants or overhyped while turning a blind eye to their own biases. When their faves win a single award, it's a well-deserved triumph, but when a popular group sweeps multiple awards, it's a proof of an unfair system. Also, let's talk about how many of these critics lack basic knowledge of how the music industry works. They'll claim a group is manufactured, as if every K-pop group doesn't undergo the same rigorous training and production process. Spoiler alert, K-pop is an industry. Every group, no matter how underrated, is part of the same system. Beyond being lazy and hypocritical, the overrated narrative is downright toxic. It creates unnecessary division in the fandom and turns what should be a celebration of music into a petty popularity contest. Instead of enjoying K-pop for its diversity and artistry, these critics spend their time tearing others down. It's bitter, it's unproductive, and frankly, it's cringe. If your entire personality revolves around hating on a group's success, maybe it's time to reevaluate your life choices. If we're being honest, the people calling groups overrated aren't just hurting the community, they're embarrassing themselves. Here's why this nonsense needs to end. Calling a group overrated is lazy. If you don't like a group, articulate why. Otherwise, keep it to yourself. Just admit you're salty that your faves aren't as popular and move on. Even if you don't like a group, respect their hard work and the fans who support them. The next time you feel the urge to call a group overrated, do everyone a favor and don't. It's a lazy, bitter argument that only makes you look petty and uninformed. Instead of tearing down others, focus on uplifting the groups you love. And maybe, just maybe, stop projecting your insecurities onto artists who are out here living their dreams while you're crying about them on the internet.